Hey, what's up? It's Liliana. Welcome to the 4th episode of this podcast. This week's topic is discipline. I hope I don't sound like a motivational guru today. I'm not here to try to motivate you to do anything. I find motivation to be a temporary thing, to be honest. I'm personally more interested in understanding how some people can be so disciplined. You know, like that one person you know that wakes up super early every single day. They go to the gym, they meal prep for their entire week, they read consistently, they have a morning and a night ritual, blah, blah, blah. It's like, wow, how in the world do they do it? What's their secret? But let me tell you, we all know it's not a secret. It's called discipline. And to follow that, I have a confession to make, and it's not something I'm proud of. I'm a little embarrassed, to be honest. But hey, I'm sure I'm not the only one struggling with this, which is why I think it's important that we talk about it. My hope is that by sharing my own story about my lack of discipline, you'll be inspired to find ways that will support you in finding the inner strength and courage to control your own behaviors. Because I know it takes a lot of inner strength and courage to be disciplined. However, the way I'm doing it now does make discipline easier to accomplish. For the longest time, I've associated discipline with punishment, and I think it's because I've been doing it wrong the whole time. In the past, whenever I've tried to be disciplined in something, I'd end up giving up. Here, I'll share a few personal scenarios. Don't judge me. Scenario number 1. It's the end of the week. I'm disappointed at myself because I've been eating out all week, and I've also been snacking on chips and chocolates. That's it. No more eating out and no more unhealthy snacks, ever. So I meal prep on a Sunday evening. Ground turkey, steamed broccoli, and fluffy quinoa. I've got it all. I feel like the healthiest woman on earth. I eat my healthy meals Monday through Thursday. Every single day, I'm craving the forbidden stuff. It's now Friday, and I think to myself, I've done so good the last 4 days. I deserve a cheat day. So Friday, I eat out. Pizza, tacos, burgers, hot dogs, you name it. Delicious, greasy food. I want it all. Saturday and Sunday, same thing. I tell myself, hey, it's okay. I can always start over on Monday. I go back to the same bad eating habits the following week. Scenario number 2. It's the start of the new year. I sign up to go to the gym and I tell myself that I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. every day to work out. I do this consistently for 2 days. Then I start slacking because the third day I'm too sore to even move a finger. I tell myself, I'll start over next week. It'll be a fresh start. I don't go back to the gym the following week. Scenario number 3. I decide that I want to start reading more. It relaxes me and I get my creative juices flowing. I tell myself that I'm going to find a book and I will read 1 chapter a day. I do this for 5 consecutive days. The 6th day is a Saturday. I tell myself the world won't end if I skip a day. So I skip a day, or 2, or 150. Do any of these scenarios sound familiar to you? I hope that you're more disciplined than I am, but if you could relate to at least one of these scenarios, then maybe, just maybe, you could use this one strategy that I'm trying out. The strategy is to narrow it down to one thing, one goal, one habit, the one thing that you want to work on. And most importantly, to make the one thing easy to accomplish. Keep it simple. I know, we're complicated creatures. I've been in the past and still am guilty of complicating the uncomplicated. But it seems to me that in the world of discipline, simplicity and consistency are the route to change. Now, let's talk about how to make our one thing easy to accomplish and how I've changed my mentality around that. This is a goal I set for myself in the past. To wake up 1 hour earlier every day of the week to go to the gym and work out for 1 full hour. Today, I would have my goal be something like, wake up half an hour earlier, 3 times a week to go for a 15-minute jog around my neighborhood. When it comes to eating healthier, what I've done in the past is deprive myself from all the yummy food and snacks from one day to another. No eating out, no sugary snacks, including my daily coffee with tons of cream in it. I give it all up from one day to another. Today, I would have my goal be something like, replace my morning coffee with tea. Going back to narrowing it down to one thing, I want to share with you what my one thing is. And that is this podcast. I made a commitment to myself that if I was going to fully commit to one thing, it was going to be this podcast. 1 episode a week is what I committed to. I'm not giving up on all my other goals. I'll still push myself to eat healthier, to exercise, and to read more. My plan is to develop self-discipline in different areas of my life. But right now, this is the one thing that has my full commitment, and I'm holding myself accountable for keeping up with it. I recognized that I was driving myself crazy by committing to too many hard-to-accomplish things at once. This can be exhausting physically and mentally. Mastering self-control in one thing usually makes it easy to self-control in other things. At least this is what I've experienced. I hope this is not coming across as me saying that you shouldn't set the bar high for yourself. That's not the message I want to give you at all. I'm all about dreaming big, and the way I see this is as actionable steps that will get you closer to your long-term goals. I'm a firm believer that practice makes progress, and I've realized that I won't make any progress if I don't practice discipline. Habits are created by doing something over and over, and it's easiest to do one thing over and over when it doesn't require a lot of effort. The point of choosing one thing is to start getting used to completing a task consistently. The number of tasks can gradually become greater and more intense. And one last tip, I found that visualizing the results keeps me determined in continuing to do the thing over and over. I do this by regularly asking myself questions like, which skills will I improve on by doing this continuously? Where do I see this project 1 year from today? How will this project be beneficial to my personal growth? The answers to these questions ground me and remind me of the big picture and the value this will bring to my life. So this concludes today's episode. Until next time.